Okay, I'd like to call the special meeting, June 16, 2025 to order. Let's start with the flag salute. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
A moment of silence to remember the service and sacrifices of the armed service members who protect our nation and the first responders who protect our neighborhoods. Clerk, please take the roll.
Councilman Freelander. Councilman Sackett. Councilman Quinn.
Here.
Councilman Brooks.
Here.
Councilwoman Noon.
Here.
Councilman Salberg. Councilman Vojtovich.
Here.
Council Vice President Brooks.
Here.
Council President Morrison.
Here. Notice of this meeting was sent to the Daily Record and the official newspaper for the Township of Rockaway in compliance with Public Law 1975, Chapter 231. Additionally, notice was posted on the Township website, the official bulletin boards of Rockaway, and filed in the office of the Township Clerk. Before we open to the public session, I want to hand the meeting over to Sandy Ergo, who's going to give us a presentation.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. I'm Sandy Ergo. I am the Vice President of Land Preservation and Stewardship with the Land Conservancy of New Jersey. Can everyone hear me okay?
Yes.
I've been employed there for more than 23 years. I want to thank the Rockaway Township Council for hosting this public hearing for us in advance of the deadline set by the Morris County Open Space Trust Fund. And we really appreciate each of them and all of you who took the time out of your busy days to come out and discuss this conservation effort. I have a 5-minute presentation for you, and I'll provide a highlight of our application and some details about the property. And after that, I am available to take questions. I do want to apologize in advance. I have to leave this hearing by 11 o'clock, so it's like the council, a lot going on today. I was asked to come to Trenton and testify on a piece of forest legislation. So it's all important and I'm trying to get it all done. We do have 2 members of the Conservancy Board who also are Rockaway Township residents, Mr. David Broderick and Mr. John Moorer. They're in attendance, and after the meeting, in case I run out, you're welcome to speak with them. So I'll get right to it. You can, by the way, you can also find my email address and phone number on the Conservancy's website, the Land Conservancy of New Jersey. Feel free to reach out anytime. So, moving on. We'll start with an overview of the map. The yellow surrounded property in the center of this map is the Heller Tract. It is approximately 123 acres. The address of the property is 859 Green Pond Road, Rockaway Township, and it's also known as Block 40701, Lot 91. And as you can see from this map, the property is surrounded on 3 sides by the Wildcat Ridge Wildlife Management Area, which is state-owned, and then along its northwestern boundary is the county-owned West Morris Greenway. Oh, here we go. West Morris Greenway. You can't see my cursor, I guess, but that's okay. You can see the linear feature along the northwest boundary of the property. That is the West Morris Greenway.
Do you mind just pointing out where Green Pond Road is on there?
It's the point in front of the 2 ponds. The point. The property doesn't actually touch Green Pond, even though it's addressed as Green Pond. It has an access easement across state land. I imagine the property in front of Green Pond used to be part of this property, I think. So there's an access easement across state land onto the property to where the house was formerly on this property. It's currently vacant and forest. So the Wildcat Ridge WMA covers 6,318 acres of forested mountains, streams, and lakes. It hosts a viewing platform at the entrance of the Hibernian mine, which contains New Jersey's largest bat hydromaculum, and it also hosts Hawk Watch, which you may have heard of, where volunteers monitor the hawk migration every year. It's a fishing destination and part of a brook trout conservation zone, contains streams stocked with rainbow trout and lakes for bass fishing. The WMA represents major past investments, conservation funding, and effort on the part of the New Jersey Green Acres Program, Morris County, Rockaway Township, the Land Conservancy of New Jersey, and countless volunteers and supporters who contributed to the effort to protect this vital area in the heart of the Highlands. To date, the Conservancy has acquired 11 properties totaling 1,089 acres that have been added to Wildcat Ridge. Preservation of the Heller Tract is critical to maintain connectivity of previously preserved land, protect the intact forest canopy, avoid excessive intrusion of invasive species, and buffer the county's adjoining West Mars Greenway. This shows you the West Mars Greenway, the red track through the county is the greenway. I believe all or most of it is already owned by the county. Certainly the Rockaway piece is. The Heller property is shown by the red star in the north. And as you saw on the previous map, the greenway actually joins this property. The greenway connects all the way from Chester to the Passaic County border in Rockaway Township. So our subject property is mostly gently rolling and predominantly mature upland deciduous forest. Most of the property exhibits an exceptionally robust and healthy understory and minimal invasive species, which I'll tell you is something I rarely get to say or see. I don't know why this property is in such great shape, but it really is. Invasives are really minimal, and that you don't see frequently in Morris County. There's a 2-acre pond on the site that drains to Burnt Meadow Brook, and as you can see, it's really a very picturesque place. There's an old stone foundation on the property. There are 3 walls present. That foundation will remain as a point of interest and provide historical context and character. The entire property is critical wildlife habitat according to Highlands mapping, and 64 acres is prime groundwater recharge area. The site is very rich in habitat. It's habitat for federally endangered species, including the endangered northern myotis, or long-eared bat, and Indiana bat. State endangered species including eastern small-footed little brown myotis and tricolored bats, northern goshawk, golden-winged warbler, red-shouldered hawk, timber rattlesnake, and Allegheny wood rat. It also contains habitat for state-threatened barred owl, bobcat, eastern copperhead, and wood turtle. NJDEP's GeoWeb indicates the parcel lies within the New Jersey Natural Heritage Priority Site, known as Lake Denmark. It contains identified populations of state imperiled and other rare species. All the pictures you're seeing, with the exception of the Hawk Watch photo, were all taken on this property. Property will be held by the Conservancy in the short term and may eventually be transferred to the state and added to the WMA. The acquisition of this property is a tremendous opportunity to secure a key parcel in a large and vital preserved landscape. It will provide recreational opportunities, habitat protection, and connectivity, and serve the purposes of the New Jersey Highlands Act. The preservation of this tract is integral to existing state and county holdings, and it's critical to protecting very significant past conservation investments in the immediate area. And I'll put the slides back to the map. And that concludes my presentation.
Thank you. I love that everybody took time out of their day here for this. This is really, really nice to see. We also received a tremendous amount of support via email from people that could not attend the meeting today. And again, I just want to state that when the council was made aware of this, it became a no-brainer for us. I want to thank the 6 members here for taking time out of their day, rearranging their work schedules to make sure that we attend. Time was of the essence here. It had to happen today. So to my fellow council members, thank you for coming in today. And before we do the open to the public portion, again, you have the council support on this. So if you still wish to come up and speak in favor of it, keep in mind that that job is already done. That being said, I will run down this list. If you wish to come up, you'll approach the microphone, state your name and address for the record. There is a 3-minute time limit. If you do not wish to speak any longer, just simply let us know and we will move on to the next person. David Broderich.
Yeah, I'll wait to my wife first.
Thank you. Jill Broderich.
Morning, everybody. Morning. I see a lot of people with papers want to read, so I'm going to make mine super short.
Right up to the microphone, please.
My glasses are-
That's okay. Just name and address.
Good morning, I'm Jill Broderick. I've been a resident in Rockaway Township for 32 years at 10 Beresford Place in Rockaway Township. And I've come to support this proposal for the addition of the land at 4701 Mount 91 to add to Wildcat Ridge. What I'd like to have people notice, what struck me, was how this mountain looked like a puzzle, and there's a puzzle piece missing. And so this lot would kind of make it a nice solid piece in a continuum of land that would be really wonderful for our township. I'm trying to skim through here because of the things he said I tried to find somewhere. Let's see. Basically, I really want to be here too, so we move ahead and take care of this land, because it's an opportunity for us to protect our land, and this opportunity might not, exist in the future, so now is the best time to do it. So just to wrap up quickly, I wholeheartedly support this project and thank the township and the committee for having this hearing. And just to get for the record, our family really wants to support it. So thank you very much for your time. Thank you.
Thank you. Bronwyn Springer.
Hello, how is everyone? I'm Bronwyn Springer, 1132 Green Pond Road here in Rockaway. And I just want to say that I support the acquisition of this tract of property for our town. Thank you.
Thank you. Jean Moore? John Moore? Sorry if I'm...
Oliver.
Okay, thank you. And apologies if I butcher some names today. Judith Brown, thank you for your good penmanship.
Hi, my name is Judith Brown. I reside at 1000 Green Pond Road. My husband and I were lucky enough to move to the township 32 years ago. We've witnessed how my voice is weak today. We've witnessed how the surrounding areas continue to change, not always for the better. We are in favor of this preservation plan because we need to protect the Highlands area, of which we are a part, because it provides clean water for millions in the state. Unlike the watershed parcels, there would be public access to this property. I also know from firsthand how well the Land Conservancy manages the properties they preserve, and I hope the township and the county will welcome their great stewardship. Sorry.
That's okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Nick Hombiak.
Nick Homiak, I'm from Parsippany. I'm the local advocate for the Highlands Water Protection and Planning Act. I would like to agree with everything the Land Conservancy said, and one important factor, I'd like to lead 2 reports for your interest and your education on the concept of pro-forestation and how important contiguous forests are for the remaining biodiversity of the planet and human health. This map here, you'll see, is above ground carbon sequestration. And you'll see in Maine, is purple. And the top of Jersey, in that green there, goes all the way up into New Hampshire, Vermont, you'll see green, which means that we have a vital carbon sequestration biosphere and ecosystem. So this land acquisition enforces that biodiversity, that ecosystem services that the Great Spirit gave this planet and that we have a habit of injuring and taking away. So I'd like to leave you with 2 scientific reports for your pleasure. Intact forests in the United States, proforestation mitigates climate change and serves the greatest good. So I'd like to...
If you could leave it with the clerk, and we'll make sure that the full council and administration gets a copy.
Thank you.
Thank you. Neil Weiss.
Neil Weiss, 51 Upper Mountain Avenue, Rockaway, New Jersey. I've been a member, I should say, part of Rockaway Township since 1949. I've hiked up to that area quite a few times, and I only have one question beside the fact that as past chairman of the Environmental Committee for Rockaway Township, I support this completely. The one question I have is, at the moment, do you know of any group or persons that are against this?
None have been brought to my attention.
Thank you. And definitely, we should go ahead and do this.
Elizabeth Holstein, apologies.
Hi, Elizabeth Holstein, 44 Center Grove Road, apartment G20 Randolph. I do a lot of hiking and a lot of different events in this area. I belong to several organizations, Marcella Community Club, Rockaway Township Historical Society, Green Pond Historical Society, and I would just like to say yes, I would like to see this property saved.
Sandy, did you want to speak again? No. Lisa Kaslow?
Hello, Lisa Kaslow at 83 Jacobs Road, 27 years resident of Rockaway Township. I just want to say that I'm grateful that the New Jersey Land Conservancy has taken action to acquire this property. And I'd also like to say that I'm not an official representative of the Jacobs Road preservationists, but there are about 22 email addresses associated. We've notified all of them, including Ingrid and Lou Susi, who've sent in emails of support. And we really border right on this property and utilize and appreciate the great gift and long-term dividend this is going to give all of us. Thank you.
Thank you. Jeff Korber.
I also live at 83 Jacobs Road. On a walk this morning, I was walking down a trail by our house, and I noticed a squirrel sitting on a tree, and he was winking at me. And as I moved closer, okay, he told me this. He said, "For all the animals, I speak for all the animals on my committee. Thank you very much."
We arranged for that squirrel. I'm glad he did his job. Kathy Finkel.
Good morning. I live at 69 Lake End Road in Green Pond, and I just want to say that whatever funding is needed for this, whatever fight, legal challenges may or may not happen, we need to pursue this 100%. Thank you.
Just for the record, Ms. Palmieri, there is no financial effect on the town for this, correct?
No, that is correct.
Joseph Callahan?
Everybody's spoken for me, I'm good.
Is there anybody who did not fill out the sheet that wishes to speak? Okay. With that being said, Resolution R25-130, a resolution supporting a grant application to the Morris County Open Space and Farmland Preservation Trust Fund by the Land Conservancy of New Jersey for the acquisition of Wildcat Ridge Preserve, also known as Rockaway Township Block 40701, Lot 91, commonly known as the Heller Tract. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Clerk, please take the roll.
Councilman Quinn.
Yes.
Councilman Brooks.
Yes.
Councilwoman Noon.
Yes.
Councilman Boytovich.
Yes.
Council Vice
Yes.
President Brooks.
Yes.
Council President Morrison.
Yes, and with 6 yeses, motion passes. Thank you, everybody, for your time. Make a motion to adjourn the meeting by consensus. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much.
Mark, how are you?
How's this secret step? We're girlfriends. I've had two fun of the first one was trying to, yeah, I said to her, and now that's right. Was it a good day, right? That's my best. At the shore? It's right over White. Yes, yes. Curly hair. Right in front of the white. White, yeah, that.